All right, man. Torture Talk. You know what it is, man. Hope everybody having a great afternoon, man. What's going on with y'all out there, man? So look, today's episode, we're gonna talk about SZA dropping Punch TDE as her manager. Now I don't know if she is still on TDE or not. I don't know, but we're gonna talk about it before I get into that. Let me get my legendary spiel. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing if you're new here. Let me work on your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know where to find the ones that just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content. Absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, links on the link is in the description. Cash App, PayPal, no more PayPal. They call me the Hidden Gem. I went from 1,300 subscribers over 13,000. And yes, I am the King of the North. If you landed on the King of the North channel, if anybody ever say, well, who's the King of the North? That is me. You know what I'm saying? So look, I had a great debate. It came out at 12. Make sure y'all go check that out. So Lord Jamal, I was on Lord Jamal versus Fat Joe, the FBA thing. Yeah, a lot of people agree, a lot of people disagree. That's what we here for. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But make sure y'all go and check out SZA Bars, his channel as well, because debate is on his channel too. And we're going to help him get over 1,000 subscribers. He's almost there. So everybody, please go to SZA Bars and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? So look, let's get to this, man, because this is pretty big, and there's going to be a lot being said. All right, man. This comes from Professor Lex. You know what it is. Let's get it.
All right, everybody, let's get into it. So on Christmas Day, SZA tweeted out this tweet here with this picture that says, "Nothing to celebrate the end of an era. I wish him the best, whatever his choices may be." So this was SZA alluding.
It's a couple of things I want to say about this, because I think that I'm just gonna let a professor run a little more, but there's a couple of things I want to say about this, and this goes for both sides, men and women. So let's keep it going.
To relieving Punch of his managerial duties as her manager on Christmas Day. And the one thing, if you know sisters, they know how to voice their displeasure in a very impactful way. And that's what she did, firing him on Christmas. Now, this is not anything final. This is, so far, it's allegedly. Let me just say it like that. People go through differences. SZA's album rollout, I don't think, went the way she wanted it to go. And if you pay attention to her social media, you could tell that she probably wasn't that happy with the way things were going. There was a delay.
Okay, so I guess the question I have is, and I guess I'm gonna expound on this a little more later on into the episode. But why do people do this nowadays? Is this a way of communicating your frustrations? Because I noticed that a lot of people don't talk to each other no more. They actually openly talk on each other. They openly do it. And it's like, I want everybody to see me talking on you in front of you. Let's argue in front of everybody. This is what I believe social media has become. It's become a place where people can air out their grievances in front of everybody. Now, let's be clear here. This should not have been online. This should have been something that they both kept to themselves and parted ways. We don't need to know this. But for some reason, people feel very comfortable with airing out things that are nobody's business. You know what I'm saying? In front of people you don't even know. I'm telling you, I believe that all of us, including myself, sometimes, not all the time because I am perfect, but sometimes we looking for validation from people, because Facebook, social media is like a stage. And it's like we're on a stage and we're standing there and we need y'all to validate us. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it going.
in the release of it, as far as the time of day it was released and all of those things. We're going to go through some of her tweets to show that she was not happy with how things turned out there, even though the album did go #1. Now, starting with this tweet here, on the day of its release, she said, LMAO, closed my eyes for 2 seconds for the first time in 36 hours and missed the dang drop. SOS.
See, and this is the thing, and I have to get on SZA for this. Why are you saying all this? Your album was released, but do like the way you're positioning this is if like you want everybody to know that these people messed you over. Did they really mess you over though? I know a lot of y'all might be like, yeah, they did. But think about it, right? She's a major artist. SZA is not some random artist. She's a major artist. One of the biggest songs of all time. She's a major artist. She don't have to air out her grievances on whoever. She literally could just talk to them about it. You know what I'm saying? To me, this takes away the allure of your artistry, because a lot of times with artists is they put out stuff like this, and to me, it's petty. You know what I'm saying? And not just coming from her, it's also coming from the other side too, and I don't like that either.
Deluxe Lana out now on all platforms. So there you go. She said, I've been up for 36 hours waiting on the album to drop. Closed my eyes for 2 seconds and I actually missed it, meaning I didn't know exactly when it was going to drop. Artists show their displeasure in that way. They don't like surprises. Rightfully so. Now, and shout out to Punch. This is no diss to either side as I go through this. This is just business. It happens. And again, they just may blow over and they'll be right back together. We don't know. But let's continue. Now, she also reposted this tweet by whoever Brian Ross is, but he's talking about doing a breakdown of the album. And the key sentence here is when he says, follow along as I break down this masterpiece that could have been an album of its own. We're going to get into that as well, as far as deluxes and how they count against albums and a record deal, which we don't know SZA's record deal exactly, but that's going to be the rumors that you're going to hear, is that she's upset about that, as well as the release time. Again, we don't.
Well, a lot of people been hearing that SZA's been a little bit uncomfortable, or she's been upset about the record deal in the situation she in. She been saying this. And I kind of got to fault her for this. And I know a lot of people might disagree with this, but it is what it is. A lot of times, man, artists get into this pocket where they think they know more than the director. You know what I'm saying? Or the person that's putting them in a position. Artists are good at what they're doing. Some artists, they do know what their audience like or whatever. But some of these people, TDE, Punch, and Top Dog, and all these people, I think that they are so good at catering and doing, I think, what they believe that some of these fans like or want. I think that what it comes down to when it comes to SZA and a bunch of these other artists, I think they so used to having their way or having what they want, or not even having their way. More in the lines of they get to a certain point in their career, they think they don't need no guidance anymore. They got it all figured out themselves. And now some people, it works, but for some people it doesn't. And I think what SZA went wrong is she's out here talking, putting it out online. Now, Punch TDE also was saying some things too, and I don't think he should have been doing that either. If y'all professionals, then y'all should be on the phone talking and communicating with each other. Why are we talking through, what's the name, so the public can see it? Doesn't make sense.
I don't know if any of that is true at all, but we just know that she may be moving on to a new manager. Now, what adds to that is the day before yesterday, on the 23rd, She tweeted, after listening with a clear mind, I'm switching, capital switching, some mixes out when I add stuff on Christmas. This means nothing to you, but had to say it for me, LOL. Who knows? You might know.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, what are we doing here? Like, you could literally say that to him. Like, you're saying this in front of your fans, which you probably got about maybe 20 million people, and they see this, and now they see this open public discussion about you switching out songs because of the mixing. And people take things a certain way. I know people say, "Oh, they don't supposed to," but people do. That's just what they do. And when you mention it, they're going to take things the wrong way. So guess what? Now they're going to say that every artist that comes under TDE Punch or whoever, all the mixes is bad. This is exactly what they're going to say. Oh, they mixes be bad. Did you see what they did to SZA? They did her wrong. They did her dirty. It's messed up what they did to her. They should have never did that to her. Not knowing that it's probably not even that serious.
Again, that's her saying that she didn't like how it was released as far as the mixes are concerned. This is problematic for such a big artist. But also, there's a lot going on. We know that on that side of the camp, there's a lot going on in the TDE camp. So these things happen, but hey, you got to get it right. You know, business is business. Then she tweeted yesterday, Christmas Eve, the fact that y'all have me at #1 for a third day with all caps, no playlisting, no promo, no radio, on a deluxe. This is why I try my best because y'all always got me no matter what. Salute and thank you with the heart. Now that could just be her appreciating her fans for supporting her album without having a bunch of promo to it. But that could also be her highlighting the fact that she had and being a little upset at the other fact that she had no playlisting, no promo, no radio on a deluxe, and she threw that in there. Like, so all of this could be tea leaves as to the announcement she made today on Christmas to relieve Punch of his managerial duties. Now, she's still signed to TDE as far as we know. That hasn't changed, but she just wants new management, as maybe Punch, who's also president of TDE, may be a little distracted, maybe has too much on his plate. Now, Punch changed the tagline in his profile on Twitter/X. I manage SZA ... I think. He also, Punch is a real cryptic tweeter, if you will, when he posts stuff on X. He says, it kind of bothers me how the true meaning of crashed out got diluted and reduced to someone just saying mean things, random thought. And he could...
I mean, I could kind of agree with that, what he's saying, but I also think that, I mean, again, are we... And this is the thing about women usually wear their heart on their sleeve. They usually wear their feelings out in the open. Men do that too, but in this situation, he's not really doing this. But he's acknowledging that somebody crashed out, but he ain't saying who. Even though we could read into her stuff too, it's the same thing, but she's more direct than he is. You know what I'm saying? But to me, they both, if he is talking about her, let's just say argument's sake he is, they both should definitely be working with each other at this point. Y'all been working with each other all this time. Maybe y'all don't get along. I don't know. But there has to be a mediator or somebody that can actually get y'all to talk instead of talking online. Maybe you not answer. Maybe he's not answering his phone, and that's the reason why she's talking the way she's talking, to get his attention, so people could jump in and say, "Yo, bro, she talking about you online." Da 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 da. Or maybe they just like this. Maybe this is the new normal for some people. I don't know.
Continue with another tweet. I remember hearing, man, the homie went and crashed out. It meant something way different than, I guess he's saying, than what the internet says. I guess it's metaphorical. Okay, now, of course, people are linking that to SZA firing him over Twitter, I guess. Now, and SZA would have what appears to be a response to that, what could be a response when she tweeted out last night, now, let's keep it cute, it's Christmas. All right? Now, there's all kind of shade in that post, in both posts, a lot of sarcasm, but also there's an undertone of anger there if you're used to dealing with sisters for sure. Yes, she knows she fired the man on Christmas Day. She knows she made it public, but to keep it cute, that's when, there's a barrage coming if we don't, just calm down and keep it cute, right? So hopefully all that is avoided. They work it out behind the scenes. That would be best. But let's get to the Obi Ho Vengers who just...
I think there's a little bit way past working it out behind the scenes, because if she's making statements like that and he's saying the meaning to crash out, they probably had an argument already. Yeah, it probably happened already. And who knows? They probably have it already.
Was all in the comments. Now, I'm not going to post their comments because I don't like shedding light on any of the OV hoes at all, because it's a weird bunch, online especially. But one thing they're definitely going to bring up, and I saw them already bringing it up, is SZA did date Drake in the past. All right? They did date for a short time. I believe it was in 2009. But as you can see on the screen here, an article by Page 6, SZA reflects on childish romance with Drake. It wasn't hot and heavy. So this has nothing to do with Drake. I know the thumbnail has Drake's picture in it. I'm sorry, I will admit that is a little bit of clickbait, but I'm talking about OV hoes. That's why I put Drake's picture in the thumbnail.
I don't think it's really clickbait. You did speak on Drake, so he is in the episode. I don't think it's clickbait for you to speak on something you spoke on them being together. So I don't think it's clickbait. But I mean, I really don't care if SZA and Drake was together. I don't know. People are like saying this thing with them, but I mean, it wasn't. Again, I go back to my statement. It wasn't really that big of a deal because she ain't stay with him, or nobody tried to stay. Nobody tried to stay with Drake.
Feel scorned by that. I apologize. It's YouTube. It is what it is. But anyway, we can get ready for Drake to go on a whole IG post barrage. Just get ready for it. Get ready for academics to do a 10-hour stream. Get ready for all these OV hoes to come out of the woodwork and have something to say and try to use this to bring TDE down and bring Kendrick down and say, oh, they falling apart already. Is there gonna be a tour? This is simple. There's a misunderstanding. But also maybe it was time for SZA to get somebody who was just really dedicated. I mean, she's a very big artist. So she needs somebody who's probably just solely dedicated to managing her. And that's all this is. But just get ready for the nonsense. Drake is gonna do a whole fashion shoot on IG with cryptic messages in the posts, and he's gonna post a bunch of movies and nonsense. Just get ready for that, because they've been waiting on any kind of disruption in that from the camp, from the other side, so to speak, right? And as I look on Twitter now, Punch just posted also, nothing real can be threatened. Relax, people, LOL. So again, they're having a little bit of a difference over the release of the album. SZA is probably a little upset. Okay, everybody's been celebrating Christmas. So who knows what's going on, but it doesn't matter. I'm sure the TDE team is still as strong as ever. Okay, maybe they've made a decision. Also, this could be, them getting a little attention going into, I doubt that's what it is, but going into next year, who knows? Who knows what it is? But things happen. It's all good. SZA's album is fantastic. Lana, go stream that on all platforms. Keep it at #1 for the next month. GNX at #2. Shout out TDE. Shout out PG Lang for providing us with great music all throughout this year and definitely at the end of this year. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below.
Right, man. So let's get to it. Messy, 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 man. I think a lot of people nowadays are so accustomed to being messy, and it's become a thing where it's a normal way of life now for artists. Because I believe this. I believe artists want to be normal as normal can be. And the way they do that is if they go on Twitter, if they go on X, they go on any Facebook or whatever, and they speak their mind, the world can see what they're thinking, the world can see what they're saying. Because usually artists wasn't never like this. Artists was always secluded. It was always incognito. It was always, on the low. But now That's why, to me, the whole dynamic with certain artists not being around is fascinating when you don't really hear from them, you don't really see from them, you don't really see them, then you see how fascinating it is when they come back. That's the reason why I think your boy Drake, his allure is gone, because he's just in the spotlight too much and people just tired of him. So, but thank y'all for joining me. Appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Post comments below. I love y'all, man. Y'all have yourself a good evening. See y'all. Peace. Bye.